Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today's topic is going to be learning comes from failure. And I'll explain that in a minute. Hope everybody's well. Relax your body, smile, breathe. Know that you're okay. If you're not sure if you're okay, learn what causes symptoms. It's the perceived danger. Got a new resource, which is my latest book, my first book. It's on Amazon around the world. Search Amazon for Pain Free You or my name, and you'll find it. But if you don't want to do that, or you already did, and you're looking for a refresher, the very first video in my Fast Start playlist explains what creates symptoms. But know that you're well. Assessments. Is this PDP.com? And in the book, there's a chapter on how to assess what's going on with you. It's a little bit different than the online versions, but very similar concepts. But that'll give you a really good idea. So, learning comes from failure. Now, it doesn't matter what you're trying to learn. It doesn't matter if it's arithmetic, algebra, sports, learning a language, learning to teach your brain that I'm actually okay, that I'm not sick, I'm not broken, I'm not damaged in any way, not mental, none of those things, right? But learning comes from failure. And we're not going to get better at something if we don't actually implement and put things into play. And so, in the mind-body space, it's a practice. If we want to teach the brain that we're actually safe, it takes practice doing that. And we need to practice reassuring ourselves that we're actually okay. And the brain's not going to believe it at first. It may not believe it for the first 50 times you reassure yourself. But with practice and consistency, we get better. So now, sometimes symptoms will show up, and we will respond a certain way that isn't particularly to our benefit. And so symptoms might jump a little bit, and then we start questioning, what did I do wrong? That's my fault. I can't do that again. And we get frustrated and fearful, and try not to view symptoms, number one, as a failure. They're not. It's just evidence that the brain's perceiving some danger. But even if we frame it as a failure, I tried to resume activity and I hurt during it or afterwards or the next day. Not a failure, but what can we learn from that? And how can we adjust and try again? Right? Because if you try to resume activity and it hurts right then or later, and you say, I'm never doing that again, what have you learned? What not to do? What have you learned? Stay small. You can't do big things. You can't do normal things. That's not the lesson we want to learn. We want to learn the lesson that says, I tried new stuff. Maybe it worked. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I felt okay. Maybe I didn't. In either case, what can I learn from that? Oy. Sorry, I was fighting that. It didn't work. I lost the fight. The yawn always wins. So, learning comes from failure. Learn from the experience and try again. Learn, adjust, and try again. That's the way we learn anything and everything. Baby doesn't learn to walk the first time it lets go of the couch or mommy's hands and goes running across the floor. What do? They take a step, they fall, boom, right on their butt. Next time, maybe they get a step and a half or two. Boom. Next time, just one. Boom. They don't quit. They want to walk, so they keep trying. But their brains are kind of analyzing, figuring this stuff out, and how do I keep balance? And before you know it, that kid's walking across the room. learn from the failure, boom, falling on your butt, get up, try again. It's how we learn anything. And teaching your brain that you're actually okay is like learning anything else. Let's learn the fundamentals, what creates symptoms, the perception of danger. Let's learn that that is mostly misinformation and fear, creating a misperception. Learn that this applies to you. Is this TMS.com? Is this PDP.com? Make a decision. And then begin to implement the various ways of teaching your brain that you're safe. We want to teach the brain that we're safe mentally, emotionally, physically, how we treat ourselves, our response to the pain is a key area. Starting to resume living is a key area that we teach the brain that we're okay. And safety, consistently, credibly, repeatedly, practice. All of the concepts are wrapped up in the mindset, the belief, I can do this. This is what's going on. It's provable. It works. And what can you learn from something you tried that didn't go as well as you would have liked? What can you learn? And what can you do differently next time? Sometimes if we go out, we try to do something, we go out scared, it doesn't go well, and then we panic. All right, what can we learn from that experience? Maybe I should change my expectations. Maybe it'll go well. Yeah, I like that better than this is going to go horribly. Okay. And if symptoms do show up then or later, and you panic the first time, what can you learn from that? Ooh, panic made me hurt longer and worse. What can I learn from that? Maybe I'll just try to respond more calm and with more reassurance, more clarity, and knowing that I'm okay. Try, evaluate the results, tweak, try again. It's how we learn everything. So, this applies to recovery from mind-body conditions. Doesn't matter if you've got a little pain somewhere or you've got 42 symptoms. The concepts for recovery are all the same. Teach the brain I'm okay. The brain will take care of the symptoms in the body. The body knows how to heal. If there's anything that needs to heal, the body knows how to do it. And when we get the brain out of that terrified state, it starts to manage the human body and the nervous system better. Trust that it will. Your primary focus, safety. Am I conveying that I'm okay? That's your goal. And if things aren't going well, say, well, how am I contributing to the brain's perception that I'm in trouble? Am I panicking? That might be the thing you tweak and try again. So I'm going to stop there. You can imagine through all the various scenarios. Maybe you can imagine some of the times when you've had a flare-up and how you've responded, and if it didn't settle down quickly, what you can tweak and do differently. But it is definitely an iterative process where we repeat with the intention of improving things. And so, learn from the failures, tweak, adjust, try again. And that's the way to recovery. All right, folks, as always, I love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.